Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we are reviewing something that I haven't done on the channel. So this is an American single malt by Virginia Distilling, and it's not anyone. It is their brand new cigar blend that I picked up recently on a trip down to Charlottesville. So sit back and get ready for a review of a single malt. Never thought I'd be saying that on a West Virginia Bourbon Guy channel. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Here we go. Okay, so, like I said, made a trip down to Charlottesville area for work and saw this all over my Instagram feed, my Facebook feed, and some other socials that Virginia Distilling had just dropped their cigar blend, and it looked really interesting, sounded really interesting, and I said, well, I'm going to be down there later this week. I'm going to swing by. Maybe they still have it, maybe they won't, but I'm going to swing in there, see if they have it, want to sample it, give it a little sip, and then make a decision if I want to buy one or not. And I did get a pour, and I enjoyed it. So this is Virginia Distilling. This is their 7-year cigar blend. So it's the first one that they've done. This is 108 proof. It is an American single malt, and this is finished in a Spanish oak, sherry, port, STR, Armagnac, Cognac, and a Fino. Fino. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. So it has got some uniqueness on it. So Virginia Distilling is American single malt. They're all over the Virginia ABCs. I see them all the time. I've had a few. I'm just not a huge single malt guy, but they do have some pretty good expressions. I know their collaboration series with a lot of different brewers. Their brewer collaboration series are pretty interesting. I've had a few pours of those, few samples. They are good, but wanted to get this one on the channel, talk about it a little bit, and I don't know if it's still available. I know you can order it from their website, but I just don't know how much they actually have still in stock. I know when I went there was like 3 or 4 on a barrel in the gift shop. And when I left, there were, I think, 4 left. That was it. I got one of them. So here we go. Alrighty. Nice synthetic cork and pretty cool wine bottle type thing. So let's get this poured up. Now, when I take the bottle that I had at the distillery was pretty much down halfway. So this one is still opening up. I've had a little pour of this the other night, and it was good. It definitely changed a little bit from what I had at the distillery. So let's see where we're at now and get this sucker on the nose and on the palate. So this is, for a single malt, actually pretty dark. It's got a real, very dark copper color to it, and it is viscous. It definitely coats the glen, kind of sticks, and the legs form and kind of run not super slow, but fairly slow. So there's some viscosity here and everything like that. But so right off the bat on the nose, it's a single malt. You definitely get that single malt. Virginia Distilling is malt, but it's kind of, they're close to some scotches that I've tried and I've had. Very reminiscent of that, minus the peat. Okay, that's the best way for me to describe it. But it's not off-putting. It's actually a pretty unique nose. Kind of reminiscent of some different, like, sherry and wine finished scotches that I have tried or sampled at a bar or something like that. You know, I have a buddy that's into scotch locally. He's had me try a couple little things, but that was a few years back. Haven't gone back to them since. At some point, I am going to go down that path, and my buddy C.A. Scotty is going to take me on my Scotch adventure. So, Scotty, you're gonna like this one. I'll definitely get you a sample of it. Like I said, it is very, very reminiscent Scotch nose, malt, fruitiness on the nose, and a little hint of smoke, which is interesting. Cheers, everybody. Okay. Yep, that has changed a little bit. So up front, you get, so, okay, wow. That is changing yet again. This is the third time I've had this, and all three times I've gotten different experiences, which is cool. That's what I love about whiskey, man. You can drink the same thing with a little bit of water, with some ice, neat, and you get different experiences. And sometimes you go back to a bottle you haven't had in a while, and it's changed, right? Yeah, this has got a nice long finish to it. So on the back end, there's a subtle hint of smokiness, not off-putting, just a tiny little, and it's gone, right? But up front, it is floral and fruity, and then that malt kicks in, and it's kind of, it is, yeah, it's, and these guys, they're 100% malted barley is what they do. That's their mash bill. Wow. So that is smoke and fruitiness all right there. And there's that little bit of smoke in the end. Wow. That is, I mean, it's got some notes in there and flavors in there that I cannot put my finger on. I cannot pinpoint, but whew, man, this thing just is good. I mean, it's now, if you're not a single malt guy, don't buy it. Charlie, don't buy it, right? Now, Gandy, you might enjoy this. Scotty, I know you're definitely going to enjoy this. Mr. Vogel saying, no, you won't enjoy this at all. You're not a single malt guy, at least this kind of a single malt. Yeah, this has got fruit notes, a little bit of floral, and so Westward, I've had that. That's more like mocha forward and chocolate notes and fruit. And then I had a sample of the Baker's Copperworks pick that they did. And that was just a fruit bomb. I mean, they called it tropical peaches. It tasted like peaches. It tasted like, you know, the peach rings and that kind of stuff. Very, very, very fruit forward. This is a little bit more refined. There's darker fruits in there. And then those different finishes that are coming through, right? And then you get that little bit of smoke at the end. And yeah, I definitely want to try this. I haven't smoked a cigar in a while, but I think I might want to try this with a cigar and see what it does. But yeah, happy I have it. You know, I did not get a backup. Happy I didn't have a backup. I don't know if I would go to this often. It is unique pour. It's good, but you got to be in the mood for something like this. And if you're into American single malt, you're into scotches, you're into type smokiness and those types of flavors, this might be something for you. But it's a good pour. So there's my unprofessional, uneducated American single malt review. Not a big single malt fan. I have one bottle of Westward and I have Old Lines. Those are the single malts that I've enjoyed, and you know, like to get into Virginia distilling a little bit more, seeing they are local, kind of local to me, or at least readily available in the Virginia ABC. So hopefully this mic, I just realized, so okay, I still see a green light on. The mics that we're using, I guess batteries were not, it wasn't connecting right. So I know I've had a couple of issues in recording down here, so I'm using a different camera instead of my phone. And I think past couple of videos I've done, I've had a little bit of issues not realizing it until I go to editing that there's some problems with the mic. But hopefully this comes in a lot better and it sounds better. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new, thank you for stopping in. If you've been here before, appreciate. Thanks and welcome back. Anyhow, this is the West Virginia Bourbon Guy, reminding you that pours are always best when they're shared with friends. Cheers, everybody.